Welcome, everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And for that game against Miami, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center. And for the Knicks, they've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. This is opening night for both of these squads. What are these games like to play in, Richard?
It's so much fun. You put in so much work in the offseason to improve, to get better, and now it's your opportunity to show it.
Now here's Bridges. Hard up top. Towns on a screen. Three-pointer. Queta pulls it in. The Celtics on offense. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
And this is probably a game they've been looking forward to since these guys bounced them from the playoffs last year.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Hart with a screen on Brown. Pass to Anunoby. 4-3. And the Knicks miss again. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Brown passes to Hauser. The shot off that time. Hart with the defensive effort. The Knicks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Bridges. Towns outside. From deep. Simons with a rebound.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Oh, look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Boston, no good that time either.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
They get the rebound. Outside Anunoby. New York working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Boston pulls it in. Queta's got his 4th rebound in this one. Still tied up as both teams look for a breakthrough. There's Simons with a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. The Celtics second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons. They're almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. Towns outside. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside, Brown. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The kick out to White. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
That's good vision by JB. Draws the D, kicks it out. He's grown that part of his game.
Now here's Anunoby. Yet to see a basket. Hart finds Bridges. Here's Brunson outside. Out to the wing. Another shot. And it's good for 2. Brunson's got 5 now.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
And here's Brown. And here's Simons outside. That shot, no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Anunoby. It's Bridges on the wing. Hart from long range. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. Outside, Brown. Hauser passes to White. No good on the triple.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Up top, Anunoby, defended by Brown. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist from Anunoby. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Here's Queta. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Towns a screen on Simons. Towns outside. Fires the 3. Hauser grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's Simons missing.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Now here's Bridges. No points yet. The offensive rebound. And here's Brunson from the arc. Not going to go that time. Boston leading by 3. Outside, Brown. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of the pick and roll, and I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And it's powered home by Towns.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Such a wide open look. White's got his 2nd basket on the night.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise. It's your Knicks City Answer.
here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Clarkson subbed in for Bridges. Boucher's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. Outside Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. The three is up. He drops it from range. Towns has got 5 now.
And when Brunson drives it, he draws attention, and that helps open up the perimeter.
All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. There's Simons with a 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Brunson passes to Towns. Pass to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Celtics shooting 33% in the first quarter. Now Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Down low. And the basket by Boucher.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Brunson looks it over. Towns against Boucher. Double team on Towns. Hart from long range. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And this game is tied up now. Hart's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Hart against Brown. Hart pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Outside Brunson. Out to the right wing. Here's Yabusele. Here's Towns. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
Yeah, 6'11", 250 pounds. Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Give it up right now for the Knicks breaker dance crew.
For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Bridges comes in for Hart, and it's McBride in for Brunson. Boston also changing it up. Garza's checked in for Hauser. Walsh comes in for Brown, and Derek White subbed in for Simons. Here's White. He's got 6. 2:03 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Boucher. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Knicks shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. Bridges passes to Robinson. Bridges outside. Yabusele the screen. Launches the three. Bridges misses. Boston shooting just 38% so far in this one. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Boucher. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by McBride. Bridges right side. Here's Robinson. Boston with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Garza from the arc. The rebound by Yabusele. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Bridges outside. Yabusele outside. 5 on the clock. For three, Bridges. And no good. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
On the floor for Boston, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Chris Boucher, and it's Garza in at the 5.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Now here's White. And the 10-footer finds the target. White's got 8.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood both on the court and his willingness to take risks on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
And Boston has possession. After the basket by New York. Pass to Walsh. White against Clarkson. Now here's White. Give him 8 points now. Here's Boucher for 3. Knocks down the long J. He's got 7.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Here's Bridges. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pritchard with it. Still without a bucket. Outside White. And again, Boston with the triple.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Clarkson. Puts it up from 12. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Clarkson's got his first points in this one. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Robinson. Clarkson against White. Clarkson passes to McBride. Offline with a 3. The Celtics have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Now Pritchard. Back to White. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And it's White again missing. The Knicks have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Clarkson up top. Shot is up. And the shot no good. A bit short.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
White on the wing. Fires the three. Pass to Walsh. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Fires from deep. White missing again. And the Knicks shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
Boston trailing. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Yabusele. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Kolek comes in for McBride. Boston also changing it up. Tillman's checked in for Boucher. Jaylen Brown comes in for Walsh. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. New York on D. Right side Brown. Back to Simons. It's good from the top of the key. Simons has got his second bucket on the night. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Now here's Brown. Still no points. Pass to Tillman. Simons outside. And here's Brown. Anunoby covering. Clock at 4. Brown passes to White. Shoots over Bridges. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Now Anunoby. Towns, left side. Pass to Kolek. Towns on a screen. Pulls it. Kolek's shot is off.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line. And last year, they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
So for the Knicks, Yabusele comes in for Robinson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Kolek. Boston also changing it up. Cadiz checked in for Garza, and it's Hauser in for Tillman. Now here's Bridges. Here's Brunson outside. Cool! Brunson with the triple.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Here's Brown. Oh, a special move before that shot. Brown's got his first points of the night. New York has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Towns outside. doing some work on the interior.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Simons finds Brown. They set the pick. Pass to White. The three. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Now here's Towns, defended by Hauser. The kick out to Brunson. That one's good, and it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Coming on the court now with your Knicks and attack squad. Let's go!
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for Bridges. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for White. New York on D. To the middle. Here's Cada. Over Robinson. That one's wide left.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And grant the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Shamet, he's checked in for New York.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks, number 44,
to the inside. Here's Cada. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 6 assists here tonight.
Brown doesn't hold the ball. He moves it quick. This is about team scoring, not himself.
Here's Shamet. Here's Brunson. Towns up top. Pass to Shamet. Lets the three fly. Boston with a rebound. Cada's got rebound number 8 now. Brown inside. Anunoby covering. Pritchard surviving the D. And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Shamet into the lane. Anunoby for 3. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Celtics trail by 7. Now Brown. Simons outside. And here's Brown. Shot clock at 5. From downtown. The shot, no good. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. And here's Brown for three, and it's New York with a rebound. Here's Shaman. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And the basket is good.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Outside Pritchard. Will it go? And he takes it up and lays it in. Pritchard's gotten his first bucket of the night.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Brunson passes to Towns. Oh, Towns disregarding the D.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
It's Brown on the wing. Anunoby covering. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And he knocks down the first one. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028. And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Brunson finds Hart. Towns a screen on Simons. Hart from long range. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got his fourth rebound in this one. Outside Pritchard. Anunoby against Brown. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Talk about taking flight. Air Bridges is in the building.
27 seconds left in the second. Hauser outside. Simons outside. There's the triple. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brunson up top. Brunson drives in. Misses from short range. And we've reached halftime in this one. New York out in front, up by 12. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Get ready for your Occupy Arena Entertainment.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the New York Knicks.
Hey, living in the paint is good living. Take it from me.
Yeah, this team doesn't settle. They're aggressive and they're physical. It's impressive to watch.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Well, I think for the Knicks, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And New York has possession. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the four-man spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Celtics trail by 12. Pass to Hauser. Takes a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Hauser's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Brunson passes to Towns. Left side, Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good by Hart.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. A 12-point game. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Brown. Hey, Jalen Brown spikes it through.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
Brunson passes to Bridges. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Hauser. The three is up. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Brunson. And here's Anunoby. Right side, Hart. Towns outside. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by White.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now here's Simons. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. This one for three. And Anunoby pulls it down. Anunoby's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Bridges finds Brunson. Great D that time from Simons.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Brown scanning the floor. The Knicks pull it in. Hart's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by White. Pass to Towns. Outside Hart. Takes the three. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 4 assists in the game.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Now here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Launches it. Gets the three to fall. Simons has got 8 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Get ready to dance like everyone wants it.
look at the top rebounders from last season. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Anunoby against Brown. Here's White. That's good on the jumper. 13 points for Derek White.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Outside Anunoby. From behind the arc. Boston pulls it in. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Yep, that one goes.
With a ball on a string, Simons has great short area quickness.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Boston. There's the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got 5 assists tonight.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And the Knicks with the possession here, following the three by Boston. Now here's Brown. Outside White. Brown with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. White can't hit. New York leading by 10. Here's Brunson. Great D that time from Simons. And it's Simons with the ball for the Boston Celtics. The kick out to White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And the deficit down inside single digits. White's got 18. The Knicks have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Pass to Towns. Outside Hart. Rebounded by the Celtics. Kid has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. White against Bridges. White can't hit.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's White. He's got 18. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's Simons with a 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Bridges, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 12-point New York lead.
Good to see Bridges working the inside area. It makes the defense work much harder when he's doing that.
Now Brown. Here's Brown on the drive. Hauser outside. Here's Keita, covered by Towns. And here's Brown for 3.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Pass to Towns. Outside Hart. The 3 ball. Keita pulls it in. Celtics trail by 12. Tries to break his ice. Brown going to work.
Night in, night out. Brown just makes plays.
Towns is screen on Simons. Simons against Brunson. Buries it down low. Brunson's got 22 points.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
Now here's Brown. He has 6. Nice D from Anunoby.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Bridges. Outside Hart. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Here's the 3. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And here's Simons outside. Hart pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. And here's Bridges. Now Towns, defended by Hauser. Outside Brunson. And it's off from three-point range. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. Boucher's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 12.
Who's got Jalen?
Simons outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Hart from long range. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Kick out to Brown. Jacks up a three. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Brown against Hart. Shot clock at 6. Simons outside. They still need this. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
They get it back. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Now here's Boucher. The three. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Brunson. Basket counts. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Celtics trail by 18. Outside, Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
So for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Hart. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Brunson. Pass to Yabusele. Bridges outside. Let's go with a three. Rebound Boston. He's covered by Clarkson. And that one comes up a bit short.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
And so it's the New York Knicks feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Chris Boucher, and it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. That one drops for him.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
McBride passes to Towns. Banked it in off the glass. Towns has got 10 points in just the second half.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Pass to Garza. Now White fires for 3. The rebound by Yabusele. Outside Anunoby. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by New York. Clarkson outside. Anunoby finds Towns. Off target with the 3.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. White on the wing. Again, the miss by Boston.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's McBride. And again, the Knicks missing. Celtics trail by 18. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Clarkson. Outside Anunoby. No good from outside.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
White can't hit.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Yabusele outside. New York working the ball around now. Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Boucher's got 4 rebounds in the game. Floats 1. Clarkson grabs a miss. New York leading by 18. Outside McBride. Back to Clarkson. Towns for 3. New York again can't hit. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
And make some noise. It's your Knicks City Answer.
Changes here for New York. Robinson comes in for Yabusele, and Hart subbed in for Clarkson. Boston also changing it up. Jaylen Brown comes in for Walsh, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. McBride passes to Anunoby. Now here's Towns. New York, no good that time either. Inside. And the jam by Brown.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Knicks leading by 14. Towns outside. And there's the screen. For 3. On target from range. Towns has got 24.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And here's Simons outside. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Pass to Hart. To the paint. McBride passes to Hart. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Simons. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside. Garza's shot is good.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
New York leading by 15. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Robinson, a screen on Boucher. Good. Towns has got 15 points in just the second half.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now Boucher. There's the 3. Kept alive. Garza. Good work defensively by Robinson. Brown against Hart. Pass to Robinson. New York working the ball around now. And here's Hart. Lets the 3 fly. He buries it from 3. That gives him a double-double in this one.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Now here's Anunoby. Pass to McBride. Now here's Towns. Robinson, a screen on White. Towns for 3. Garza grabs the board. Celtics trail by 20. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Ooh, that's a slick move off the deck. Brown finds ways to free himself up.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Here's Robinson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Knicks lead by 20.
At point-blank range, oh yeah. You're not missing from this.
Pass to Garza. Back to Brown. There's Simons with a 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 9th assist of the game now. McBride passes to Robinson. That one goes. Count it. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Simons. Here's Garza. Beyond the arc. And again! Boston with the triple.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Down low. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And here's Brown. Out to Simons. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And it's New York with a rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's Robinson. Boston pulls it in. White's got rebound number 8 now. Brown passes to Garza. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Towns against Boucher. Towns, right side. Oh, it's off! Celtics trail by 16. Here's White. Let's loose for 3. Nope.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Hart outside. Robinson outside. Now Anunoby. Takes a 3. Oh, it doesn't go. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Simons outside. The shot is money.
Digging deep, Simons to the hole himself.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Time to get loud for your next record and score.
Bridges checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for McBride. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Garza. And it's Hauser in for Boucher. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Bridges. Outside Brunson. Towns, right side. Bucket is good!
And yeah, this is what you'd like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
And that one falls for Towns.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes, but he's a modern big man.
Here's Brunson. Drives to the hoop. Outside Anunoby. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Knicks.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Now here's Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Great awareness to beat the clock.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.